I'm so sleep deprived. For romance. Chili's Wicked Elphaba Margarita. I'm only a little embarrassed. I don't even remember a single fucking thing about it. I think I've been poisoned. And then she fucks them all. Just spoke with poison control. They said I'm okay. This was such a letdown. Oh, my throat was closing. It wasn't. Okay, so I'm just making shit up. Fuck me. Now it smells like poop in my room because it's stinky. Team Edward, till I die. Do you know what time it is? It, unfortunately, against my will, hands in cuffs, it's time for the drunk wrap up. And I am halfway there. And by halfway, I mean at least 90%. I am borderline drunk. Like if I lay down in my bed right now, I'd be asleep in 4 minutes. Luna, the drink of the episode. I'm drinking the rest of the Gala Peach, like cider, hard cider that I got from last episode. To I think I'm a TV series from last video. And then I also made a little jalapeno margarita. My last bit from my Trader Joe's jalapeno limeade. So we've got that. I'm gonna finish this. I didn't bring a glass up for this, so I'm just gonna drink. I just got back from an event where I drank maybe 4 glasses of red wine, so we're feeling good. I do need to do my stats though, so I'll be right back. Literally right back. Don't fret. Trying to find the will to do this. You can see where it's watered down. This is all water. It is a good thing I'm already drunk. Oh my god, that's so strong. I got literal goosebumps because of how fucking strong this was. Anyways, welcome in. It's time for the monthly wrap up. We're doing 2 months, obviously, because it's November. I have September and October to give you. In the past, I've done like book wrap up, movie wrap up, music wrap up. I'm honestly not feeling it. Not feeling it. We're gonna do book only. I may like just tell you the movies I saw. I don't really feel like talking about them. We'll see. We'll see. Honestly, Mugs, you're kidding me. Mugs. 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 But we're gonna start with our September wrap up, okay? The stats. Stinky. Our weekly stink and greet. He will never change his face. It's crazy. He's purring though. I love you so much, stink. Okay, back to the wrap up. I don't feel like doing this. I honestly think I got too drunk at first. We're gonna do this a different time. I can't do this right now. Okay, we're doing a tucked in bed wrap up. I feel like it's such a different vibe over here, but we are here for the wrap up. And I brought my friend Duplin Christmas wine. It's North Carolina Red. Let me get comfortable. I'm not about to yap for an hour. Uncomfortable. I've got some big ass books to talk about too. I have such mixed feelings on wrap-ups because one, I genuinely like to have them to like look back on, to like revisit feelings about books that I loved. And I love to talk about the books that I loved. But then I come across books that I see down here that I fucking hate. And I don't want to talk about them. I don't want to revisit them. I don't want to. But I'm gonna, because I have too much OCD in my brain to be like, oh, I'll just do the ones I want. Imagine. I was like, well, I read 10 books this month, but I'm only gonna talk about 3. Can you imagine? No. But first things first, let me fix the fucking camera. Whatever. First things first, I'm in my new Renee Rapp merch. Love. Now, we're ready to pour up. I'm already 1 Chili's Wicked Elphaba Margarita in. I'm just gonna go for it. I am so pooped, and my original plan was to come home and edit, and I was like, you know what? Free house, we are wrapping up. It is mid-November, and I am wrapping up. We have 2 months. We're doing books and movies. I'm not doing music. I listen to Renee Rapp and Role Model. That's about it right now. That's all I'm listening to. And Gracie Abrams. That's about it. We're gonna do our book wrap up, and we're gonna get drunk while we do it. Thank you. Mugs is here. You can't see her. She's quite literally right here. She's blind, so she doesn't know what I'm doing. I guess we start with September stats. Like, the September books, I'm like, ugh, I really don't want to talk about them. I just wish I could skip September, but it's fine. We're gonna talk about them. September stats. 7 total books. 4 were romance, 1 dark romance. I like did these stats a while ago, so I don't know what my thought process was. 4 romance. 1 of those romance was dark romance. 1 was a sports romance. 1 was a YA thriller. I fucking hate this job. I think I'm gonna nix the stats. Or like, I'm just gonna limit the stats. I don't care about the genres. I really don't. 4 romance. I'm so sleep deprived. God damn. So the genres: 4 romance, 1 YA thriller, 1 fantasy, and 1 novella. That was a fantasy. A total of 200 and... I wish anyone else was here to laugh with me at this. Holy shit. Literally, holy shit, what's going on? I'm not drunk. I'm literally not. I've had 1 margarita. I think I'm just literally asleep right now. We're gonna start off with a chug. I can't do my stinking greet because it's so far away from the camera. I can do one from far away. That's as close as I can get. Wait, I'll zoom. Okay, can we focus, please? Everyone literally focus. Pages 2,000. 2,686. 5 were physical and 2 were Kindle. My winner of the month was Magnolia Parks. What was it? The Long Way Home. I literally forgot I read that. And then the loser was That's Not My Name. The average rating was 3.96. Done. Okay, let's get into, do we want to go in order or do we want to go in order? Order regardless. Do we want to go in number order or chronological order? Let's go in least favorite to favorite. So loser of the month, loser alert, is That's Not My Name. This was unfortunately book club. It was a YA thriller. Those just aren't for me. I don't find them that interesting. I gave it a 3. I don't even remember a single fucking thing about it. This girl is something. Let me get my thoughts together. This girl is found on the side of the road, like bloody, like literally in a ditch on the side of the road, and is brought to a police station, and they're trying to help like figure out who she is because she has no memory whatsoever. And a man comes into the police station being like, I'm looking for my daughter. And the police is like, this daughter? And he's like, oh my God, yes, thank you for finding my daughter, shit. And then he's like, okay, well, I just like want to make sure that she's yours, you know, because she's all bloody and shit. And he's like, yeah, gave a very valid reason. They were like on the way up to their cabin, and she was driving separately and wrecked her car, and he's been looking for her because she never showed up to the cabin. And he was like, I mean, plausible. And he was like, here's her birth certificate, here are like pictures of her throughout her entire life, here's her school ID, here's everything you could imagine. She's my daughter, I promise. He's like, okay, sold. Take her off my hands. The girl's POV is like, I'm a little uneasy, but like probably just because I hit my head on the cement and don't remember anything, but whatever. If he says he's my dad, he's my dad. And we also have a POV of a boyfriend whose girlfriend went missing, and the entire town is blaming him. So you're like, oh, that's the girlfriend that went missing, you know, obviously. It sounds very interesting. It really does. Like, all of this sounds fun and interesting. It just like got a little cuckoo bonko crazy, and the end, I just didn't love. I just like wasn't obsessed. I am so like itchy, like my body is itchy, and not in a mosquito bite type of way, like in a I want to rip my skin off type of way, and I don't know what's happening. I think I've been poisoned. So anyways, just spoke with poison control. They said I'm okay. Anyways, not really worth your time. It was just, I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it other than that's the basic plot, and then you find out like what happened with who and what, and it wasn't very good. Anyways, moving on. Next. Oh, another Kindle Unlimited book, Killer of Mine. I read this because my sister-in-law told me that it was like the Mindfuck series meets Pucking Around. It was like this daughter of a serial killer becomes a like detective or something in like the FBI, or is working with the FBI, and ends up gangbanging this team of FBI men. Like, picture Criminal Minds, the BAU, but it's 3 men who are all really hot and all live together, and she's done heinous crimes in the past and is the literal daughter of a serial killer. She's helping them catch him, and then she fucks them all. It just wasn't very good. good. I just like wasn't really into it. So I gave it a 3. Oh, next. This was such a letdown. If you know anything about me, this fucking book and the characters in this book, I live and breathe for Mac and Adina, okay? Like this little novella, obsessed. Like 6-star read, obsessed. That being said, oh my God, I think I'm gonna freak out. Like I actually do. I haven't been chugging. Maybe I just need to get a little tips. I don't know. So that being said, her new novella was coming out. I was so excited. I was like, well, if I can love that novella that much, I can love any novella she writes that much. So I read Fearful. I gave it a 3.5. Didn't really love, didn't connect. Started interesting. It started in the POV of death. She was like a woman basically who can go in between Earth and like the realm of death, the underworld. You're seeing the behind the scenes of me like having a panic attack because now my throat like feels kind of weird. Like I genuinely like feel weird. And I'm like, am I allergic to the wine? Even though I've had half that bottle the other day. But this is the health anxiety part that I have. So I'll be back in a little bit when I realize that I'm not actually dying. Welcome back. I'm only a little embarrassed. Sometimes girls have panic attacks. Leave me alone. I will not be drinking any more of that wine though. The wine is going down the drain. I don't know. It's like, it's so silly. I can't justify it. But I'm like, oh, my throat was closing. It wasn't. And like, I'm fine. Either you get it or you don't, okay? The health anxious girls will get it. But I'm gonna move on. And this is no longer a drunk wrap up. I don't know what to tell you, but I'm not drinking anymore tonight or I'm gonna ruin my night. It's not worth the anxiety I'm gonna have. So where were we? Fearful? Is this what we were on? We go in the POV of death, follows around Kit, and Kit can see her, but no one else can see her. And we think that like they're gonna form this connection, and they do. Then we also follow Death, who follows Blair and Lenny around, so we like get their story through the perspective of Death. So it was cool, I guess, like how it was done. Just the ending, I was like, all that for that? Are you kidding me? And like, it made me mad at Kit, and I'm a Kit girl. I love Kit. And it made me like horrendously mad at Kit. I got a 3.5. Next is Out of the Woods by Hannah Bonham Young. I loved Out on a Limb. It was a 5-star read for me. I think about that book kind of a lot. And this was the second. It follows the best friend and her husband. And they're kind of having like, not necessarily a rocky patch, but they're high school sweethearts. They've been together since they were like 14 or something. So it kind of following like her not really knowing who she is as like her own self and her own person. Because he's like, you know, the breadwinner. Like she doesn't have her own things and he has his own things. They're going through this like rocky patch and they decide to go to this like marriage counseling retreat. I just like don't like a book where the majority of it is like them bickering at each other the whole time and then they like make up at the end. Like that's just not the type of romance I want to read. The end was cute and I did cry and it did take a turn that I wasn't expecting. So I did like the little turn at the end, but it just wasn't anything like spectacular. So I gave it a 3.75. I'm getting this one out of the way because it was a reread and so it would be the winner, but I'm not going to count a reread as a winner. So I reread Caught Up, 6-star read. It's just, I have talked about this book at length before. I love Kai and Miller. I have never connected to a character the way I have Miller. Every single thing, every little quirk she has, I'm like, anyways, every personality trait, everything she does, I do. And so I just like really fell for her. And I really fell for her relationship with Max, the little boy, because it's a single dad trope. And I love a single dad trope. It's one of my favorites now. I just love how they love their kids. And it makes me cry hysterically. Literally hysterically. There are some quotes in here that are some of my favorite quotes of all time. Third book in the Windy City series, my absolute favorite, 6-star read. I love it so much. And then our last two, we have, this isn't the one because this is book number 1, but I read book number 2 of Zodiac Academy. They're all pretty much the same to me. Like they've all been 4.25 stars, I'm pretty sure. The Reckoning was a little more interesting because it was kind of like going through trials and like the Reckoning itself is like this big like test they have to pass to stay at the school. It's like Hell Week at school, so everyone tortures the freshmen basically for a week leading up to this big test and just like more drama with the boys. So it's like fun. I'm having a good time. There's only so much I can say because it's Zodiac Academy, you know, like they're not that deep, but they're a good time. And then my favorite, the winner of the month, was Magnolia Park's which was this Long Way Home. I wasn't that excited going into this, and like I don't really stan Jessa anymore. She's kind of wacko bonkers. These books are like 90% of the time I'm annoyed, and then in that 10% where I'm not annoyed, I'm gagged. So in my head when I think back, I'm like, holy shit, this book was so good. Like that's how I think about all of them. And then when I go in and I read them, I'm literally annoyed for 90% of them just because of the relationship. And Magnolia and BJ are like annoying as fuck to me. You do find out some crazy things in here. In the end, double gagged. There was a double gag in the back of this book. So I am excited. The next one is The Next Daisy Hates, obviously The Great Undoing, and I was more of a Daisy girl than a Magnolia girl. So we'll see how that goes. Probably not going to get to it anytime soon. It was just a 4.25 though. I couldn't go any higher because of how annoyed I was for like the amount of pages that I read annoyed. I couldn't give it higher than 4.25. Why does my hand look orange? It looks like in high school after softball practice. This is how orange my hands would be. Anyways, all right, we are on to October. Gonna do the stats very quickly. They're probably not even right, honestly. I don't remember when I did these, but 13 total, holy shit. Oh, because a lot of them were the novellas, don't worry. 13 total books, 4 physical, 5 Kindle, and 4 audio. 3,785 total pages. The winner was If It Makes You Happy, and the loser was Calabasas. The average rating was 3.4, which sucks. That is so low. But it's because I read those like little spooky, scary novellas, which I'm not really gonna talk about. Our loser, we're gonna start with Calabasas. The way, I'm not kidding, if I go back and look at all of the books, hold on. Since starting book club, we started it in April. If I look at all of my like least favorite books of the month since April was not, May was not, thank God. Okay, June wasn't either. So I was being a little dramatic. Neither was July. Okay, so I'm just making shit up. Scratch everything I just fucking said. The only thing is the last 2 months, my least favorite book were book club books. I was like, oh my God, how many in a row? But it was literally just 2, so it's fine. Least favorite was Calabasas by R.F. Kuang. What did I give it? I gave it a 2.5. This was so like excruciatingly slow. The majority of the book, we are wandering the desert of hell. That is it. She goes to hell because she accidentally gets her teacher killed. There's like, you can perform magic in these books. They're literally called magicians, but they're like normal people. It's more of just like drawing what were they called? Shapes on the ground in chalk and like reciting spells type of magicians. She accidentally gets her professor killed and she thinks that she needs to go get him from hell. So she and her like nemesis, I guess, academic rival go to hell and they are searching for him, and they are searching for 400 to 500 fucking pages, and it is so slow. I literally just felt my skin crawl. Honestly, I'm fucking exhausted. Can I not just live? Can I just live a normal life, please? I'm so over it. Anyways, not worth your time at all. Way too big for a pretty shitty book. I mean, like, some people may really like it, but your average reader who usually reads like romance and fantasy and stuff, not worth the time to branch out. Read a different one of hers if you want to branch out, not this one, because it will turn you off. It turned me off for sure. The amount of like logic riddles that we did, no, I was so over the riddles. It was ridiculous. Okay, next, like the lowest ones were all of those little novellas. I'm really not going to talk about them. I will say Hot for Slayer by Ali Hazelwood. That was a 4-star. That one was worth reading. I think it was fun. The other ones I'm not going to talk about. They're Halloween and they're just, no one's going to read them right now, so it's not worth my time. And then another Halloween one I read was Scary in Love. I gave it a 3.75. I talk about it in my other ones. It's not really worth sitting here and talking about Halloween books to me right now because no one's gonna go read them right now. It's about a girl that goes to a haunted house and fucks the owner every which way. That's it. Okay, moving on. Next lowest was The Shuddering by Anya Alborn. Such a letdown. If y'all remember, I talk about this book all the time. Brother by Anya Alborn was one of my favorite like horror thriller books ever. So fun, so immersive. I was really looking forward to this book, and it just, I hate a monster book. I really cannot stand. The like problem is a bunch of monsters, and I didn't know that. I thought it was gonna be like a stalking cabin in the woods type of vibe. It was stalked by monsters though. So like just a huge letdown. It was a 3.75 because like, yes, it was entertaining, but it was a letdown. Not much I can say on that one. I do want to try some of her other stuff though to see. She has so many books. I'm sure Brother was probably not a one and done for me. Ooh, okay, and then we have the next Zodiac Academy. I need to buy these. What was it? Shadow Princess? No, I just read that one. Wait. Oh. Okay, I read The Reckoning in October. That's book 3. Book 2 was Ruthless Fae. I don't even remember what that book is about. I genuinely don't, because they all run together in my head. I mean, I gave Ruthless Fae a 4.252, so I genuinely do not remember what happened in Ruthless Fae, other than more bullying and more drama, so I guess it's not really worth talking about, but I'm actually a little worried for my lack of memory in Ruthless Fae. And I just read Shadow Princess too, which means I'm gonna have to remember the plot of that one whenever I end up doing November's wrap up. Fuck me. Then, where'd she go? People Watching by Hannah Bonham Young. Oh, I didn't realize okay. This was a step up from Out on a Limb. Nope. Out of the Woods. Step down from Out on the Limb, actually. I think, like, this one gets a lot of hate for some reason. People say it didn't really, like, live up, or, like, they just didn't really vibe with it. I think if you don't connect with this main character and you don't relate, then you think it's annoying and stupid, but if you relate, obviously you see where they're coming from and you can understand his motives a little bit more. I will say the end, like, the ending wasn't my favorite. It starts out with, like, a very physical relationship. He's helping her, like, get experience. Feelings are had, and there's like a little bit of miscommunication because obviously they started out no strings attached, we're just gonna fuck basically, but like in a sweet way. Like, it sounds gross, but I actually really liked it, and he's really hot obviously, and she's really hot obviously. The overall I liked because I can relate to him. I think that's where the disconnect is for some people, because they don't understand his motives, which you either got it or you don't. You're either emotionally not available and unstable, or you're not. Or you're stable and you can connect to your feelings and you can portray your feelings easily with having no issues with that. Some of us can't. Wasn't like my favorite in the world, and also like I went into it obviously thinking it was gonna be like really fall-esque, and it wasn't like super fall-y. It was just like a very normal romance book. Ooh, 2 big dogs coming up. Ooh. Next on the list is Alchemized by Sin Lin Yu. I gave it a 4.75. No, I didn't. I gave it a 4.5. Purely because it was kind of hard to understand a little bit, and the magic world she was building to differ it from Manacled. Obviously, if you don't know, this was Harry Potter Hermione fanfic brought to life in her own world, and it became Alchemized. And so she had to make an all new world, all new magic system, and it was fairly confusing for me. I don't know if it was for everyone else, and maybe I'm just kind of dumb when it comes to like the alchemy world and like a made up alchemy world, but it was pretty confusing for me to follow. She made changes that I didn't love. So I don't know what I would have thought if I never read Manacled. Maybe I would have thought it was a 5-star read. I think it's a 5-star plot, 100%. Manacled is a 5-star book for me. I think just because I'm comparing it to Manacled and I know what it could be, that it doesn't live up to Manacled. Still amazing. Still, like I said, 5-star plot. Just the changes and the writing I liked better in Manacled. Sorry. Then the winner of the month, one of my favorite books of the year, If It Makes You Happy by, what is it? Julie Olivia. The fall girl of the year. It is so good, so much deeper than just a fall romance read. We have our main girl who, again, emotionally cut off, emotionally unstable, isn't good at portraying her feelings, is super not good at being vulnerable, me as fuck. She moves into this small town to take over her dead mom's Airbnb. No, just a B&B. It's a bed and breakfast. Very cute. And the next door neighbor is Cliff, the town baker who has 2 daughters. A single dad trope. I love him. He just helps her run the bed and breakfast. He helps her figure out her feelings that she's feeling because she's going through a divorce, dealing with his ex-wife and her kids, and just like the kids falling in love with the girl, them falling in love. Timeline romance because she's only supposed to be there a couple months until her sister can come and take over. Everything about it was perfection to me. The fall vibes were there. It goes all the way through to New Year, so there's Christmas vibes. Everything. I cried so fucking hard in this. It was a disgusting amount. It was an instant 5-star read. I knew from like 100 pages in that it had the potential. So good. Books are done. Now it smells like poop in my room because it's stinky. Now we can do the movies. I didn't see that many movies, so. And I sometimes forget to write them down. September, all I saw was, is it Heretic or is it Heretic? I genuinely do not know if it's heretic or heretic. It's giving rhetoric or rhetoric, like rhetorical question. So I'm like, is it heretic? I don't know. I watched this at home. I didn't go see this in theaters. It was in theaters and I just never got around to it. But it's these 2 girls who are like, what are they, like Jehovah's Witness type, where they come to your door and try and get you to convert to their religion. And Hugh Grant, scrumptious Hugh Grant, is like, oh, I'm actually interested. Why don't you come in? And they're like, oh, we can't come in unless there's another woman present. And he's like, oh, my wife's in the kitchen making blueberry pie. So come on. And they're like, haha, okay. And it's like pouring rain, you know, the usual. And so he gets them in the house and he's acting kind of weird. And they're like, I'm a little weirded out, giving them weird vibes and asking them a bunch of questions and bringing up things that like he shouldn't know about them. Like he mentioned something about the girl's personal life and she's like, what? So they're getting weird vibes and they're like, we need to leave. He goes to like talk to the wife and one of the girls sees there's a blueberry pie candle going and that's like the smell they were getting. So they're like, oh, we're in trouble. Like there's no wife here. It seems very fun and interesting and like high stakes. But then he's like, you can go out the back because the front door locks at a certain time and it doesn't unlock. Like obviously it's a lie. And so they go out in the back and he's like, okay, pick a door. You can go out either one of these doors. You have to choose correctly. It's like a whole game to them. The doors like go down to a basement and it's just like weird vibes the whole time. And then weird shit with like a dead woman coming back to life. I don't know. It was not, I didn't really like it that much. I think I gave it a 3 because it kept my attention, but like I would not rewatch it. October, I went and saw The Life of a Showgirl because my friend bought all of us tickets to go. I don't really want to talk about it because I'm not biggest Swiftie right now. So, and it was like a huge money grab, but whatever. Anyways, The Long Walk. I gave that a 3 out of 5. Very interesting concept. This was based off a Stephen King novel where it's like a government thing. I was a little confused because I missed the beginning writing of this. I think you can sign up to become a part of this challenge basically where 50 boys get picked and you all walk and the last one walking wins a bunch of money or something or like anything you can ask for. They go into it knowing you walk until you die unless you're the winner. So like if you don't win, you die. It's just 50 boys and they start. If you go under 3 miles per hour for like more than 10 seconds, you literally get shot. And so they like see the first person get shot and they're like, oh my god, no, this is real, this is serious. They walked for days like without stopping, without sleep, without like real food. There are people like trying to literally take shits as they're walking. Like it's kind of gross and it gets really gory. Like there were a couple people that like broke their ankles or something and they like tried to walk on them, so it was like kind of gross. Interesting concept. In the end, I absolutely hated the ending, so it brought the rating down for sure. I gave it a 3. Ooh, yeah, I just didn't like the end. All right, next I saw Regretting You. Never read this one, shockingly. Like I feel like I read every Colleen Hoover book when I started reading, but I never read that one. I mostly wanted to go see McKenna Grace and Mason Thames. I liked it. I gave it a 4. I cried a bunch, obviously, and like I enjoyed the story, but it just felt choppy. Like the plot line felt choppy, and it felt like we were doing, obviously there's the mom plot and the daughter plot, and it just felt like I wanted more time in each. I don't know. It felt kind of rushed. It was cute. I mean, I liked it. The acting kind of felt subpar, low-key, but like I would watch it again. Like I would play it in the background on my TV type of thing. And then last we saw Twilight. Obviously, this is not my first time seeing Twilight. I just went and saw it for the 20th anniversary in theaters. Amazing time, 5 stars. No notes. I love Twilight. If you weren't there in 2008 when Twilight came out, you really missed out. It was a time to be alive, honestly. Team Edward till I die. And that is it for the movies and books. Sorry for the like mid-video panic attack. Literally thought I was gonna die on camera. It's funny because I'm not kidding like at all. Like it seems like I'm joking. I sat in silence for like a solid 3 minutes because I was like, is my throat closing up? Like, do I need to call 911? Because I'm home alone. I was like, I think my throat's closing up. But anyways, welcome to my life. That's a weekly occurrence. I'm not kidding. It's fucking exhausting. But thanks for watching. Thanks for making it through another wrap up. I don't know how many more I got in me for these. 2 months is a lot of talking. I think I might go back to doing them once a month. 2 whole months of talking about books where half the time I don't even like some of the books. It's kind of a lot. But thanks for watching. If you made it all the way through, I love you so, so much. And sorry for not getting drunk, but I will see you in the next one.